Hey guys, so today we're going to make a DIY box. Now this box can be used for many different things. You can put different things in them. Like this is a little one that I made for, I put my little corgi in it, because why not? You can make a big box that you can put stuff in. You can make a small box, put erasers in and such. But today, we're going to make a box with the intention of putting our fears in it. And when we put our fears in it, we're going to give that box with our fears in it to God. Because God doesn't call us to worry about our fears and struggle with them by ourselves. He calls us to give them to Him so that we can do what's best for us and what we can do what God wants us to do, rather than sit there and worry about things that we're afraid of. So today we're just going to get ready for the box. So I just have a piece of paper here. It does not matter what kind of paper you have. You can do this kind of paper. That's what I made the other boxes out of. It's kind of cool how the stripes match up if you do it a certain way. The only thing that's important is that you have a square. So I'm just going to measure out. I'm in centimeters. So I'm just going to measure out to, say, 10 centimeters. So I'm going to do 10 centimeters and get a general idea where 10 centimeters up is. Gonna try to make sure that line is straight. It does help to do it on lined paper, because you can make sure those lines are straight a little easier, because you want your ruler to be perpendicular to the line that you're making. So I have a little chunk out of my ruler, but that's around where 10 centimeters is. Just gonna make a line there. Make a line right here. Again, that lined paper is really helping out. But you can do this with literally any kind of paper. You can do this with thin construction paper. You can do this with whatever you want. So there we go. We got a box. Well, a 2D box. Now, I'm gonna grab my scissors. I'm gonna cut out my box. Try to make it as straight as you can, but it's no big deal if it's a little wiggly and waggly. Alright, so we have our box. Alright, so to start with, we're gonna go over, so we're just gonna fold it in half, like that. So we got that going for us, and we're going to do the same thing the other way. So now, what we got is, see how it's creased? We got four quadrants. So now what we're going to do is turn it sideways, or turn it so it's a diamond looking thing. And then we're going to take this flap and put it in towards that center crease right there. So we're going to do that. Try to make it as close as possible without going over that line. We're going to do that on all of the sides. And what should happen is you should get a nice point there. Just kind of like if you were making a paper airplane. So now we have it's a square with lots of little triangles. If you were to open it up, you'd see a bunch of little triangles in there. We're going to leave these done in like this. And then we're going to take the box and fold it in towards the middle. So we're going to take this edge and fold it in so this edge is resting on the center line. You can judge where that is because that's where all of your points should be going, to that center. So we're just going to take that and fold it over. You can see if you're straight or not because your line should still be intact right there. Now we're going to do that on all 4 sides. Exact same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up 2 sides and then take this piece right here and pinch it in. It should bend on that crease right there. So we're going to take it, pinch it in. See how that happened? And take it, pinch it in. Oh, I think I was wrong. It's going to pinch right there. Where the flap is, it's going to crease right there. So push that in and bring it in towards the middle. And now you have one side of your box. So you're going to fold that in, fold it over that side that you had, and that little flap in the middle, that little triangle flap should lay in the middle like that. Make the bottom of your box. So do the same thing with the other side. Where that crease is right there, that's where it should bend. Where that crease is, with the little flap, push that in. And there you go. And now you have a little box. If you want to, you can fool around with this and make the next box a little bigger. So maybe you can have like a little lid for your box. Or you can just leave your box like this. I suggest writing your fears on little pieces of paper. Now, if you don't want to write that small, you can always make a box like this. This box was made out of the original sheet of paper I had. Want to put your fears in your box? I know I will. I'm going to do that after this video. I'm going to take my fears, put them in the box, and then put them up on a shelf. And I'm going to say, God, these are your fears now. Now, God's not afraid, so he's not going to be fearful of your fears. But he's going to take your fears, and he's going to let you have some peace about those fears. He's going to give you some peace. Because no one likes to be afraid. Being afraid is not a fun thing, nor does God want us to be afraid. In the Bible, if you look it up, it says a lot of times, do not be afraid. And we can do that by giving our fears to God. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. And I hope that you can use this little fear box, and give your fears to God so that you can have some peace about those fears and live more boldly. See you later, guys.